Good evening, Predicted Family. Don Ritchie here, bringing you a quick recap of SPY today. So, we'll start here looking at yesterday's close. We had some excitement overnight, a nice big dip, and then we actually were looking to open higher than where we closed yesterday. So, as always, we stress strike selection here. So as we were opening between 460 and 455, I chose my strikes. I chose the 460 call and the 455 put to open. As most of you know, we're always stressing looking at calls and puts at the same time, and to always stay close to the price action, right? So here we open at about 458, and again, we came in kind of strong pre-market. And we could see here that the 460 call had closed right here in our B zone and was set to maybe open right at it again, considering some overnight theta, but also we were looking to gap up a little bit. So this was a good strike to start with as we held the zone. Market opens, we continue to pop a little bit, and we get some premium here in the call. But immediately we see that the market begins to top out some and come back to VWAP and pop again. Can't get higher than that initial pop, and we start to look to puts, right? So at the same time, market takes off and puts start to lose value. And here again, stayed within an ATR, especially at open. Definitely need to stay within an ATR. And I chose the 455 put because it's a nice psychological level as well. And we can see here that the put premium starts to come down and gets pretty close to our beast buying zone. We're not going to be a dick for a tick here. 40 cents, 48 cents. It's also right at open. We know we get some crazy legs. I'm going to start with a starter position at least here, maybe average down if I need to. If it takes off in my face, I'm at least already in the position, right? So again, market takes off, begins to top out some, and we see that the put starts to base here in the right above the beast buying zone. So we enter some puts, wait for it to take off, and we get our leg, right? The market was telling us a couple times here, couldn't even reach the previous day's high, so we knew that it was kind of weak here at this point. We were still getting a lot of volume as well, so we knew that a heavy leg was probably incoming. So again, we retest VWAP, start to lose it some, and we begin to pick up here in our put premium. We get in, call it about 50 cents, and we start to make our move. Right up here to our burger bottom, right? These two right here make our burger. This is our patty in the middle. Our first level of resistance, and we get a pullback. But by this time, we're already scaling out. We got in at about 50 cents. If you're diligent, you start to cut here at least $1, right? You made a double, start paying for some of those contracts, and we get up to about $1.30. At this point, you should have paid runners, right? We eat a little pullback, no problem. Market catches a bounce right about where we would expect at yesterday's low. Big money's going to try to defend this level, at least the bulls are. And we get a relief pop. And then we are here stuck in a little range between the previous week's low and the previous day's low. Right? These are good levels to mark because these are the most recent buyers and sellers and big players that have been involved. If they were recently involved here and they were recently involved here, they're probably going to be involved there once again. And here they are. Bounce that previous day's low, get some resistance from the previous week's low, and we see another leg maybe charging up right here. as we begin to top out once again. Market tops out and we get another leg down. And what does our put do? Base a little bit and take off through the burger. And if you had any paid runners here, well, you should have held on because they're already paid for, and you got a little extra love. A nice clean 300% at the top here from your entry. And then again, you know, we already got this first pullback and we start to slow down a little bit up here. So we need to immediately begin flipping to calls, right? When you start thinking about calls here as we also arrive at these inflection points. So now that we have arrived down here at about 455, 456, this is also a 0 day. So we need to start getting closer in strike. So this 460, I'm going to change up to a 458 since we were at about 455, 56-ish, right? We want to stay nice and close in strikes. It's also, this is about lunchtime here on the market. A lot of big players go off and take a little break before getting an afternoon leg in. But this time we got lucky and we did get a nice little lunch leg, so we are always ready and diligent. So we switch to the 458 call, which means we need to update our levels here. So I'm going to go to my study, edit the study here, bring in the strike that I'm looking for, which I said was what? The 458 call. So let's dig this baby up. 453, 460, this is a 458 put. This is for the 18th, 455. Oh no, I'm not gonna have this level, not good. 458 put. That's okay, we can use something nearby. Let's see. I guess my next best thing would be that 460 call. This is from the previous day. Let's see. Guess we can go back to the 460 call. Take another peek at it. No, that one wasn't good. We'll dig up this other one real quick. Detach this. Just 1 second. Pulling up some levels here on my other screen. Okay. So we are going to go back to that 458 call. Bust open these levels. And again, from my other screen here, I'm pulling up levels. And we've got, what is it? 0.67. This one was a 0.99. Our next one at 1.26. Next one at 1.68. Next one at 2.37. 2.69. And a, let me see, guess I got 3.5. I'll apply, okay. Okay. Alright, so again, After our puts have paid, we are here. We are now looking for a call. We get the 458 call, load up our numbers, and sure enough, here it is. The 458 call on this push all the way down begins to base here around beast. Lose it for a second. We reclaim it. You know, if you started adding your position here, maybe average down a bit. I usually have a stop loss around here, can't lie. But regardless, you can always re-enter. And then we begin to take off. Right, you get a clean about 60 cents up here to a 1.26, and you get a nice double. Again, market starts to top out. We get through VWAP, but not super strong. And we get some turbulence, right? Get back to VWAP, pop, back to VWAP, pop. And we kind of start getting that look of there could be more downside. So again, now we are in this area and deeper into a 0 day. So again, we need to switch up our strikes. So I'm going to get one closer here, the 456 put on SPY. Right. And here we see that as we begin to top out, we start to lose VWAP here. And our SPY put begins to take off. Let me make sure that I got the numbers right here on this. Here. Nope. Here. Don't know how my man Theo got in here. And let's see. The 456 put. And looks okay. So again, here we are, starting to lose VWAP. The 456 put is basing here at our beast buying zone, getting multiple chances to enter here, maybe at about 40 cents, 50 cents. Pick your poison in this area, and then market starts to lose it here. We get to last week's low, a little bit of turbulence. If you were late to get in, here's your chance. One nice pullback, and from about 40 cents, 60 cents, boom. You know, we're through. Up to the burger bottom and some take profits up here. So here we're scaling, here we're scaling. If you were in at about 40, 50 cents, you got a clean double in this area. You should have been covering your position here. You know, you should now have paid runners up in this area. Get a nasty pullback, maybe you re-enter, maybe you still have those paid runners, but again, if you have these paid runners, you don't care what happens, right? Your position's covered, you already made some profit. We're just having a good time at this point. And then market flushes into the end of day. Again, if you got a paid runner, just go in the distance. You could have got in for about 40, 50 cents and gotten out for about $4.50. Call it even $3.50. You know, you're looking at quite a few hundreds of percent here. So again, you know, we always trust strike selection, especially going into a 0 day. You can really see our system flex its power here, but you got to stay close in strike, and you got to be quick, right? Set those stop losses, set those take profit orders before you get there, because a lot of times you just get these big wicks and then boom, right? You get crushed. But yeah, hope you guys found some value in this, and I will catch you in the chat.